Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me. This is Vinny Borelli. This is Make It Happen Monday. Hope you had a great start to your week. Hope you had a great weekend as well. If you joined me last night for Significant Sunday, you heard me talk about something I had to do today that was very personal, and so I want to just reach out and say thank you to the family of Kendall Everly, and I just it started there with a bunch of family coming together with the death of an infant child, of a 5-month child. So again, it wasn't the start that I wanted to the week, but I did it, and it's over with, and this little angel is now in heaven. So with that said, this is going to go towards managing your family. This topic is really about managing your family life, and it's really, a lot of people are champions in business, but they're not champions at home. A lot of people are champions in other areas of their lives, and they're not champions at home. So, what I want to talk about is having the intentionality to make your significant other feel loved is the way you make your boss or your customers feel that passion that you have behind the products you sell or the services you provide. So that being said, I want to talk a little bit about discernment, which I put in the line in the beginning. Discernment is really the ability to identify the root of the matter, seeing beneath the surface, reading between the lines with your family, with your colleagues, with your, again, customers, whoever you work for or with in your business. And we call that organizational effectiveness in business, organizational effectiveness. And what we have to do is embrace change, embrace ambiguity, embrace the uncertainties of business. And so, do you do that at home? Do you embrace the changes? Do you embrace the uncertainties of knowing if you're going to have a good day with your family, with your children, or with your spouse? But you don't, is the answer, right? None of us do. But what do you do to make that change? What do you do to be a champion? Are you still more concerned with a full day of Sunday sports and not concerned with your children and their school and their well-being, and your wife and her well-being, and the relationship you have with him or her, with your mother, father, if you have them in your life still? So where's your fire of desire to make them happy, as you want to hit your quotas and goals in business? So, we really wanted to use that. My team and I were talking about, again, the discernment. A lot of people don't know, by definition, what that really is. And it's one of my chapters. It's actually chapter 9. It says, to be a champion, you must see yourself as a champion and train like one. So what do you do to see yourself as a champion at home? Do you still live off, I've said many, many times, you still live off the old dinners you used to take your husband or wife to, or the surprises you used to do from back in high school? Like, oh yeah, I used to take her to dinner, him or her. I used to do this for him or her all the time. That's living in the past. That's crumbs. That's old chapters of your book, right? How do you manage your family today and manage your life today? So there's a couple things I do want to go over. What is the pattern of your arguments? What is the pattern of the disappointments that happen on both sides, if there's any? Hopefully you don't. But if you look, I put up, champion at work, loser at home. Don't fall in that path. Don't live a directionless life. Have direction and intention and deliberate. You must be deliberate, as I always say, intentional and deliberate. And again, I said it's called organizational effectiveness. But at the end of each one of my chapters, I have a boom. What is the boom for today? The boom is, what will you do different to keep the passion and the desire, that fire, to make your spouse, your children happy at home? So what do you do, or what will you do, to keep that passion at home? So, my suggestion is do something different. Embrace change. I go back to the old wall on the phone. A lot of us, imagine if you didn't embrace the cell phone, or in fact, let's go back, and the cordless phone. A lot of us didn't embrace that at first. The people that had cordless phones, we didn't know what they were when we were still using the dial phone that you were stuck to the wall. Imagine not, and I was one of these folks, being a little against going to the iPhone. I held off as long as I could, right? But imagine if we didn't do that and accept those changes and accept that different kind of lifestyle and technology. So for today, that's all I have for Make It Happen Monday. I hope you enjoyed it. And again, have a great week. But be a champion at home, be a champion in business, be a champion in your life. Because mediocrity, that's easy. So I hope to see you next week. Thank you.